Hey, Coach. Olivia led the way tonight. How has she been applying what you and the staff have been asking of her?
Well, I thought Liv was very patient today. Um, she was able to see what the defense was doing. She wasn't in a rush to get to the next thing. That's why those jump shots were going in. That's why she made that three. Because when Liv is calm and she's patient and she's allowing the game to just come and not getting caught up in what happened the last play, she can do a lot. We just saw a little bit of what she's capable of doing.
Lots of different contributions in this game. Who else stood out to you as making a breakthrough?
I don't know that anybody. I mean, I think Kristen had a really good rebounding game. She had a really good defensive game. I mean, I don't know what our shooting percentage was. I imagine that we shot pretty decent for the game. So we got a bunch of really, really good shots. And so I think everybody did a pretty decent job. I don't think there's anybody out there that you would say they struggled. I just think it was a really good effort by our team, especially on the defensive end, especially that first half.
Well, speaking of defense, you have been preaching communication. Was that better tonight, particularly on D?
It was a little bit better, yeah. It's an ongoing issue, with basketball. The amount of communication that is necessary to play against a team that plays the way they play. So it's good for us to play a team like that because they force you to communicate. They force you to guard a lot of different types of screens and a lot of different types of actions. So it was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was outstanding, but it was pretty good.
Dan Connolly.
Geno, I think you kind of talked a little bit last year about Liv's 3-point shooting and how she was working on that. Have you seen her be able to hit those deeper jump shots consistently? And do you think that'll be something she can continue to do for you guys?
Well, she's been here 2 years and 3 games, and she's on a roll. She's 1 for 1. So I would say, she's got a great future if she just keeps this up. They might call her one of the Splash Sisters or something. Liv is like a lot of our other shooters. Liv will in a 4-minute shooting drill. Liv might make 10 straight threes. I mean, it's you probably say, nah, she would. She might make 10 straight threes. And then the next time we do that drill in 4 minutes, she'll go 0 for 10. So right now, there's like she can make them, but she's not quite sure that she can really make them under pressure in a game situation or whatever. So I would like for her to be able to do that on a regular basis, obviously, because, we've got some pretty good players coming off those ball screens, and, the big guys always got to help. So if we can get Liv to be, a consistent shooter, I mean, she makes a lot of 15, 16 footers, no question. But if we could do that, that'd be great.
Pat, Rob, you want to go ahead?
Sure. Geno, could you talk about especially the perimeter defense today on a team that averages 10 made 3-point shots a game?
I mean, they made 7. They made 7 tonight. They didn't make any in the first half, right? So we did a great job of taking those away. And they missed a couple that are open too. I mean, don't get me wrong. When somebody misses a lot of threes, it's not just because of what the defense does. A lot of times, I mean, hell, we were 5 for 14. But then again, people don't guard us on the 3-point line anymore. They just beg us to shoot. We used to be the kind of team that, I think last year we led the country in 3-point field goal percentage. And now, people are begging us to shoot it. you know? So I don't know that the defense has anything to do with it. However, what our defense did do was it rushed those threes. It made them play a little bit quicker than they wanted to play. And, you know, Creighton's really good at running their stuff. You know, they're really good at the tempo, the timing, you know, this and then this. It's like boom, 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 boom. So once you disrupt that and make it go like that, then even the shots that they normally get, if they still get them, they're a little bit rushed. And that was the whole game plan today.
Alexa.
Hey, Geno. Could you talk a little bit about the sophomores, just kind of where you see them at this point in the season? Aubrey had, it seemed like one of her better performances today, just looked a little bit more comfortable out there. Anna got a little bit going at the end, at least offensively, but in general has been a good facilitator. How would you kind of assess where they are 3 games in?
Yeah, Anna and I have a love-hate relationship, you know. Anna loves to hit 3-run homers in the top of the 9th when we're up 8-1, you know. So, you know, I need her to make some of those in the first half when the game is still being decided. But she's pretty good at, you know, once we get up to 20, 25, man, those babies just start dropping like you wouldn't believe. So if we can get her to make a couple, you know, when it really matters, which obviously she can. But I think Anna had a really good game because she showed a little bit of what she can do. You know, she threw a couple great passes, you know, on ball screen action. You know, she made a couple threes. You know, she facilitates things for us from the four spot. And Aubrey, you know, we keep trying to find like where's her optimum place to be. You know, what is the one thing or 2 things or 3 things that if we just get that out of Aubrey, then she'll have a lot of success. And, you know, offensive rebound being one of them. You know, we worked on posting her up a little bit. I think we got her inside a couple times. And, you know, we saw that when she's comfortable, she's really a force out there when she's comfortable. So getting comfortable is not easy, but you know, for only playing 3 games, you know, I think they did, you know, I think they're doing okay. I think they're doing okay this afternoon.
Carl, you want to go ahead?
Yes, Geno, Evina played 31 minutes at Seton Hall, was 1 for 8 from the floor, and tonight she missed her only shot of the first half and played 19 minutes. So what are you liking about what she's getting done on the floor when she's in there, and how much trust do you have in her right now?
Well, I think what Evina did, which was really good, is she took the ball to the basket, you know, and she got herself involved defensively. You know, and I think that's what she can bring to our team on a regular basis. You know, get us into something, play really good defense on one of the other team's better guards, get out in transition, you know, attack the basket a little bit in our half-court offense, make a shot once in a while. And you know, it's been a little bit of everything. It's been a little bit of those things the first 3 games. Obviously, if she could become a consistent 3-point shooter, that would be tremendous. But, you know, like I said, they say making me forget Kalina and Lou and Maya and those guys. I think their records are safe.
To follow up on that, is she learning that shooting well and playing well are different things?
Well, we talk about that all the time, the difference between shooting well and playing well. You know, people think if I make shots, I played well. You know, that's something that we say all the time. But I'm about to the point where I'm going to tell them, you need to shoot well or you're not playing. But then they look at me and go, yeah, who are you going to put in that makes more than me? I go, you got a point.
Doug, you want to go ahead?
Geno. You know, you talked about how you would learn something new every game. Did you learn anything new tonight about Paige, about Aaliyah, you know, your freshman or?
Oh yeah, every game, you know, there's only so much you can learn in practice, you know, and you have to learn a game. And Aaliyah, you know, what are we learning every game from Aaliyah? She's aggressive. She's tough. She goes hard to the basket. She rebounds. You know, she can get out there and guard people on the perimeter. You know, so every day that we see that, we start to come to expect that from her. You know, and Paige, you know, Paige didn't feel like shooting the ball tonight for whatever reason. I don't know. I think, you know, she was too pass happy. She wants to make everybody feel great, you know. Me, if I could shoot like Paige, first I'd get 20, and then I'd make everybody feel great.
She was out here
First I'd make myself feel great, and then I pass the ball to everybody else. She's got it backwards a little bit.
She was out here after the game, I saw.
She what?
On the court. I said she was shooting after the game on the court.
Was she?
Yeah.
Maybe we started the game too early then. Maybe we should have delayed the starting time.
Charlotte, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of follow up on the Avina question. How are she, Kristen, and Olivia, what you've seen from them, I guess, the first couple games in terms of their leadership, and how they've adjusted now that you guys are actually playing games?
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, I don't think, you know, I don't think the three of them are necessarily, you know, having meetings at night and saying, you know, we're the team leaders and we have to do this and we have to do that. You know, you lead by example. You lead by doing what Liv did today. You know, that's how you become a leader on the team. You do that. And, you know, the more times they play well and the more times they get a lot done, you know, then you become a team leader. And, you know, right now, you know, I wasn't too crazy, to be honest with you, about where our offense was when Paige wasn't in the game in that first half. We went 4 minutes without a bucket. So that needs to get fixed. So, you know, and the three of them were pretty much out there the whole time. So, you know, we still got a ways to go.
Roger, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about
Geno, and do you think that you have shooters who will come along as the season is going, or are you going to have to do it something different than making jump shots this year?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we're not going to stop shooting them. I mean, you can't. And we just, you know, it's not like Kristen, Anna, Paige. It's not like they're bad shooters. They're not at all. We just got to, you know, I think they've got to play in more games and get in game mode. You know, making them in practice and making them, you know, in games are two different things. So I'm guessing it's going to get better. You know, for sure. I'm guessing it's going to get better. But, you know, I don't think there's a vaccine for it, unfortunately. I think we're just going to have to hope it gets better. I wish there was, but there isn't.
Does anyone have anything else for Coach?
Geno, it's Carl again. Xavier's coming here for the first time, and well, the last time they were here was 1999. I'm sure you remember that game if you like to share a couple good memories from that.
Xavier.
Oh, Xavier. Yeah. Yeah. They would have done us a favor by winning that game, because then we went to Iowa State and got our asses beat in Cincinnati by Iowa State. So I think they would have done us a favor if they would have beat us. And I believe that's the last time they've been here. I think, is that true, Carl?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you know what's funny? In 1999, we had those 5 freshmen, right?
Mhm.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes. So very similar circumstances. But hey, look, I love playing in this league because every game in this league, you know, your wheels got to be turning because of what the other coaches are doing. I mean, 33s every night. You got to guard the 33s every night. You know, nobody plays with a true post player, so your post players have to go out on the perimeter and guard guards. It's a challenge, and I'm sure Saturday will be no different. And I'm sure at Villanova next Tuesday will be no different.
Hey, Geno, it's Vicky. I was wondering, you said you lead by example by doing what Liv did in the third quarter tonight. Everybody else kind of got going when she got going. Avina, made the steal and the layup, but Liv, it really seemed kick things into gear for you guys in that quarter.
Look, everything that we do at Connecticut, and this is from 1985 till today, to this year, well, to last year, everything that we do starts with our defense. You know, year in, year out, for, I don't know, 20 some years, however many years, especially, we're either the number 1, 2, or 3 best defensive teams in the country every year, bar none. Last year was not one of those years, but we got better. This year, it's going to be a struggle to be a really good defensive team in the beginning because we have so many new faces and new spots, whatever. But in order for us to be successful, it has to start on the defensive end. And that's one reason why I think our transition game was really good in the first half is we play good defense, we rebound the ball, we get it out, and we go. And we make it tough for people to score on us. That's who we are. That's who we've always been, and that's who we have to be. Unfortunately, you got kids coming out of high school now, defense is like they have a passing interest in it. And I got to fix that.
Geno, you seemed a little feisty on the sidelines in the first half. What was it about this game? Was there anything about this game that made you, angrier than normal at times?
Well, be honest with you, I'm having a existential crisis here. I'm trying to become, a more modern man, and trying to be different than I was. Like when people said that, all I do is yell and scream on the sideline. So I tried to be different, and you know what? It doesn't work. So I feel like I have to be the way I was today to get these young guys and to get this team in the frame of mind where that's what we got to do. Because we're, kids today are just too laid back, they're like, da, 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 and it's just their nature. So somebody's got to be, that person. And I was only probably angry like once or twice in that first half. I was animated a lot, but I think I was only angry like once or twice. One, when Avina threw the ball to a guy walking down the hall. So that one, what really, really got me going. And then, geez, I don't even remember the other one.
When Paige wouldn't shoot the ball at the end of the
yeah.
first.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why when you're wide open, you wouldn't shoot the ball. I don't. And then, after the fifth walking call, she actually had the audacity to argue with the ref and go, and that's not a walk. Well, the ref just saw it 4 times. She knows what a walk is right now. I don't understand it. She wants to give the ball to everybody. And that's how she was in high school. She was a pass first player, and that's what she wants to do. But yeah, that made me really, really mad. I was really upset at that. Really upset because we worked really hard to get her open shots. Man, oh man. Man,
Any other questions for Coach?
let me shoot like that. I'd still be playing, even at my age. I'd be playing in those beer leagues, 60, 66 and under, or 50 and over. That's probably better, 50 and over.
Anything